Hey everyone, it's me, Nick the Angry Birds here, and today is gonna be another review video of this book. It's the Angry Birds Hatching a Universe Behind the Scenes of a Phenomenon. It's the first ever Angry Birds book that I own, and yeah, that's it. Before I start the review, I'll just first give a summary or a brief description of what exactly is this book and what is this all about. And sorry if you're hearing a background noises. I tried my best, but if you still hear it, I'm sorry. Angry Birds Hatching a Universe is an informative book that was firstly published by Titan Books on May 24th, 2013, and also published by Inside Editions on June 4th, 2013, if I remember correctly. The book basically tells us about the development of the Angry Birds franchise as well as the success of the Angry Birds franchise. And the author of this book is already written, Danny Graydon, and also has a foreword by Michael Head, the old CEO of Rovio. And first off, I want to mention is the cover of this book is amazing. I really love it. Every single detail of this cover. We have the red firebomb, Freddie Mercury as Chuck as Freddie Mercury, and Stella with some pigs over there and Mighty Eagle at the distance. And it's in space. Like, look at every single shades, the amount of lights, details every single has. It's masterpiece. I'm really obsessed by looking at the cover art firstly. I mean, that's the attractive part when it comes to any kind of books, you know. Well, that's basically the cover art at the front.
Here's the side part of the book, the logo, and the author name. And my one is basically the Inside Editions version. The Inside Editions, as in the ones that publish the book. If your one has the Titan books, might probably written here. But my one is the Inside Editions.
Here is the cover art of the back of the book. We have the barcode right here and the planets. I think this one looks like the one from Danger Zone. I don't think it looks like that. And here's King Pig frozen in space and a little information written. It said, "Discover the incredible art behind a global phenomenon with this unique journey into the creation of the Angry Birds universe, filled with never-before-seen artwork, including early sketches and detailed concept paintings behind the look of the Angry Birds games, animations, and other favorites. Angry Birds Hatching a Universe gives fans an exclusive look into the Rovio Entertainment archives." Neat. Really interesting information. I'm already excited because they literally said early sketches and detailed concept. It's never before seen artwork. I'm only interested on these part of stuff. You know, unused contents, something like that. As you know, this book is really big and oh my god, it's really heavy. And I mean it is really heavy to lift. So without talking too much, let's start the review of this book. Enjoy.
As you know, this book is really long that my camera cannot cover it, so I have to move like this to this. Anyways, Here is this big information on the book, which I cannot read because I don't want to. And here we have all the posters of birds and pigs. Red, Chuck, and Matilda, Bomb, the Blues, Terrence, Minion Pig with a cowboy hat, and a king pig. I think there is also ones for Stella and Bubbles, which is not present here. I think, I'm not sure. And same old posters over there. Same old posters at the front. And a huge Terrence face. Oh, this light is disturbing it. Whatever. Here's this big Terrence. This blue space. And of course the logo. Sorry if this light disturbs, but here we go. Angry Birds Hatching a Universe. The author and forward by Michael. And of course inside editions. As you see, these are the some sort of the early sketches, I believe, of Piggy Islands. Not sure entirely. This big mountain right there, and another island. These islands. I think this is a roller coaster ride or something. It's probably an amusement park. I cannot really say it here. And here's the contents of the book it has. I'm sorry if the light is disturbing you, but I'm just gonna tell what are the chapters this book has. Chapter 1 is Red Alert. Chapter 2 is Discovering the Island. Chapter 3 is Celebrating Halloween. And Chapter 4 is Mayhem in the Marvelous City with Angry Birds Rio. Chapter 5 is an addiction to rating. Wow, I'm having a tough time on seeing it. Chapter 6 is Mighty Eagle Has Landed. Chapter 7 is In Space No One Can Hear You Oink. Chapter 8 is Starstruck. Chapter 9 Introducing Sam Spratt. Chapter 10 is Hello There Stella. Chapter 11 is Rise of the Bad Piggies. Chapter 12 is Angry Birds Toons. Chapter 13 May the Flock Be With You. Chapter 14 Slingshot to China. And Chapter 15 The Future of Angry Birds. Total of 15 chapters it has, with introduction and acknowledgements. And here's this another beautiful art of some sort of island. I don't know what it is. It's a beach area, trees, and many stuff it is. Okay, I changed my position, and now thankfully the light is not visible. Now you can see it clearly. Here are the combo designs of Red, Hal, and one of the blues. Introduction with a nicely detailed slingshot and some informations which I'm not gonna read. And a really fabulous design, art of this combo birds, pigs, and even the eggs also has designs. One blue, one yellow ochre or something. I don't know. I think it's brownish. This one also looks brownish. I mean, look at the detail. Even the mushrooms visible. I don't know if that's mushrooms or not. Right at the first, we got some stickers right here and some posters over there. I think it's gonna tear, but oh well. I'm not gonna use these because they look really valuable, so I'm not gonna use it. And it's really blank here. Wait, let me just move the camera. And here's the other stickers in the back. I hope my tripod doesn't fall. It's kind of having a tough time on standing. So, here's the stickers this thing has. A cool feature, which I'm not gonna use it because they were valuable, as I said.
Here's some sort of a grayscaled image of combo art. A bomb, Chuck, Red, Piggies. These designs are really cool, to be honest. And right here we see a grayscaled Matilda's art, the Toons version, and some informations. And here we have this giant red face at the front. Looks unsettling, as if he's staring at us. And here we have Chapter 1, Red Alert. And the cool feature this thing has is you do it like that and boom! Whole plethora of red merchandising. I mean, Red's merchandising. From these slippers, Star Wars plushies, bags, jumbo plush, and there's other two plush, and also there's umbrella, a Gear for stereo speaker, I think that's what they call, and a t-shirt, or I mean that's sweater, this is a t-shirt, I think that's another kind of bag that I really use the most. And this right here, it's the Mattel figure, another one visible over there. I think this is the backpack clip, a phone cover, right where? Here. Many more things here. And the cap. Man, Angry Birds merchandising was literally the best part that back then. 2012 specifically. I mean, it's really awesome seeing every single stuff in this one page. And here's the helmet, the Angry Birds Heike helmet, or Heike, I don't know how you pronounce that, and a flask, Santa Red, everything. It's really awesome to see it right here. Now I'm just gonna close it up, and there you have it, Chapter 1, Red Alert. Here's the evolution of Red. It's kind of cool to look at. We have George as the first ever Red, the ancestor I would refer, and the classic Red, the original title screen image, the one seen in the cinematic trailer, the first cinematic trailer I think, the combo version, another combo version, another combo version, another combo version, and a classic Red again from the, I think that's the newer title screen. This is the sketch. I think that's a normal sketch. This is the Space Red, and here's the another type of classic Red in an animation style. I remember seeing that from Wonderful Pistachios ad or commercial. Here's the Toons Red and the Star Wars Red. Wow, so many Reds here. Here's the more images of Red and a cool information. It said that Red knows that no one else will take the responsibility, so he is forced to do so. I mean, that's kind of true. Sometimes Chuck does, Bomb does, but most of the time it's all Red's duty on guarding the eggs. When the eggs have hatched, Red will have done his duty and will be able to forget the burden of leadership and finally embrace his own carefree nature. Of course, that will not ever happen as the eggs are not hatching, you know. Let's forget that Slingshot Stories episode where the eggs got hatched and pigs already won. Let's forget that. And also here's this big giant Toons Red. Not giant, it's basically the red, Toons Red. Here are some emotions of Red. Grumpy, skeptical, pain, sleepy, crying, upset, excited, blah blah blah. So ecstatic one is really unsettling to look at. And here is the another sketchbook. It's all about this. It's another cool feature, actually. The pig towers, some defenses, I believe, all this stuff. Book, bucket, the construction, I believe. Bathtub, I think. It's another, I don't know what it says. And another one here. Really nice sketch, to be honest. And of course, every single chapters, I think, will have Meet the Flock at the last part of the page. I mean, last part of the chapter. It'll have this. Meet the Flock is basically the meet the employees stuff for Rovio. The employees who work for Rovio. The first, of course, is Yakuisalo, the guy who made Red, I think. Actually, the guy who made the first ever concept art then made Angry Birds a thing. Here are every single Toons birds it has. Red, Chuck, Bomb, Matilda, the Blues, Stella, Bubbles, Hal, Terrence, and Mighty Eagle, which weirdly uses the classic design. These are basically the models for the season 1 it had, before changing into a new animation studio. And we get to see first time Bubbles, the old Bubbles Toons design that back then, I believe. We never see this type of Bubbles design on Angry Birds Toons. It just that time shifted to a new studio and then they started using Bubbles design here. But we don't see Hal in any single Toons episode, which is a major disappointment. Here you see Terrence is also different compared to the one we see on the Angry Birds Toons series. Yep, that's it. The Birds of a Feather. Here we have Chapter 2, Discovering the Island. The Piggy Island that we all know and love. Also, I think I made a mistake that, well, not always at the end of the chapters will have Meet the Flock. Sometimes it can be middle of them too. Like this one we saw. In the second part, in the second page, we see Meet the Flock, Miguel Moreno. I hope I pronounced the name correct. The brief description on this. And here we see the old King Pig's castle. Later they changed it into a new one. Some cool stuff to see. The birds right there. Even Matilda and Red looking at one egg. Another egg, another egg, another egg, another egg. Oh my god, there's so many eggs. So many cool stuff to look at. Oh wait! There's this thing here? I did not notice it. Let's see what inside. Kind of hard to take it out. Oh, I think I found it. Wow, check it out. There's nothing here. These are the postcards for the Angry Birds Seasons Piglantis update. The Octopus Pig, Piglantis logo, Land of Relaxation Angry Birds. And there's Blues looking at the, kind of like binoculars. See pigs over there. Chuck diving underwater and then coming out. Relaxing on the beach. And yeah, that's it. The other postcards. I did not notice them here. It's weird though. Let me just put them right here. There we go. Here we have another Meet the Flock, Lori Contori. I hope I pronounced the name correct. It's at the end of the chapter though. And we still have Meet the Flock. So chapter 2 has 2 of them. Huh, neat. Brief information, which I'm not gonna read. We have this gear for stereo speakers. I think that's what they call. And red splitting into half, which is unsettling to look at. And here's another red here. Although this red and this red looks different. Speakers here and speakers there, but he has speakers at the top of his head. Same goes with these guys. They basically work as speakers. You plug it in on the device and they'll play on the speakers. Kind of interesting to look at. I really love these designs of the birds. I wish there were more, but I think there's only these 3. Looks really cool. We're on to chapter 3, celebrating Halloween, and we get to see this cool background. And here we get to see these sketches for the blues. This one is the witch. This one is the Frankenstein, pumpkins, piggy, devils. And there's also another alternate version of it, I think. The ones which are finalized are these 3, with some design changes. For example, the spider here is not in the final animation that we see. So it's kind of interesting to look at these early concept arts. And look, here we have these cardboard pieces. Whatever you call them, I think these are like cardboards. It's more like arts and crafts, you just make your bubbles. And also king bake. I'm not gonna do them because, as I said, valuable stuff, so I won't. It looks really clean. No dirt. Some more early sketches for the king pig himself, which has its alternate variations. And here it's the other type of pigs. Their Halloween costumes. I don't see Cobra Pig wearing anything. And this masked pig, which I see on the show, it's kind of different. Well, here we have it. These all pigs designs, early concept designs of the pigs costumes. Here we have another Meet the Flock, which is Jen, Michael, Bosch. Okay, sorry, I'm having a tough time pronouncing the names. It's kind of natural. I'm not used to all these name pronunciations. We're on to chapter 4, Mayhem in the Marvelous City with Incubert's Rio. Here's the Rio de Janeiro city. This giant iconic statue. And my goodness, we see marmosets, 2 of them. And here we have Nigel right here. And this big plane that is present on the airfield chase boss fight on Angry Birds Rio. Here we see the early versions of 5000 score, I believe. Not entirely sure. And what exactly is this cage? I've never seen this one before. And look at the other cages as well. The early versions of the birds. Caged birds, actually. And this one has multiple birds inside, the yellow type of birds here. So it's interesting to look at these early caged birds designs here. Interesting. Here we have Blue and Jewel. And Jewel flying sprites, I think. And we have Meet the Flock. O.C. Pircona, I think. Information written. I'm not gonna read. Oh my, we're already on chapter 5, an addiction to reading. The Fat Piggies Best Egg Recipes artwork here. It's really detailed. Here is colored and here is the sketched part. and another ping right here. This is also another type of art from the app itself. It's also found on the book as well. And back then, when the book was released first, it was called Angry Birds Bad Piggies Recipes. But when it was released on the app, it was changed to Bad Piggies Best Egg Recipes. I don't think Angry Birds would fit here because all the egg recipes are there and Angry Birds would hate it. I didn't know there's a Chinese version of that too. It's kind of new. The cover is red color and Chinese letters. I cannot speak Chinese. And we have another image or art that is also present on the app and also in the book. This book itself, I think. Here we have another art that is only present on the book itself, I think, not in the app, if I remember correctly. Looks really cool. And here's some screenshots. Mailbox with tacos, I think. A king big plush with an egg. Literally yolk spinning. And here's the another food with bomb right there and cards. And we already have Meet the Flock. Sanha Lukander. Wow. And red color in noodles. Once again, huge information. Here are these Mighty Eagle art. The younger version of Mighty Eagle. Looks kind of weird considering the belly looks really out of shape. Doesn't even fit. And we are on to chapter 6. Mighty Eagle has landed. It's all about Mighty Eagle himself. And it's all really cool arts. Boy, I really like this one. He's using it as a boat. It's really cool to look at. And here is his home, the Mighty Eagle's den. This one is really unsettling to look at. Every sardines creating smells, and he's kind of getting unsettled by that, I think. Some other stuff here, comics, and this cool art. Whoosh! And the last part is Combo Studios version of the birds being scared by the Mighty Eagle with the sardine can. And we have Meet the Flock again. This time it's Peter Vesterbacka. Really neat. Here we have the Space Flock. Super Red, Firebomb, Incredible Carrots, Lightning Boost, Ice Bomb, Laser Bird, and a Slingshot. And we're on to chapter 7. In space, no one can hear you, oink. I think these are the art of the screaming birds from the cinematic trailer, I think. There's no the blues, there's no Terrence though. Only Red, Bomb, and Chuck. Looks really cool to look at. And here's the storyboard for the, I think the cinematic trailer or something? Not sure. The flag and stuff and the names as well. And here we get to see the original name of Laserbird. It's called Laser Beam instead here. And Incredible Terran's original name was Bulk. Really interesting. And here we get to see more storyboards for the cinematic trailers itself. It's kind of cool. And here's probably the credits from the cinematic trailer itself. Some parts that are unseen, like this one, the all birds flying at the space. It's really cool to look at. And there's another one that said there is no need for competition. Said by Incredible Terrence, I think. And damn, this big thing right here. There's another type in here. This more credits. And here is the space as well as Death Star right there. Now some people say that Angry Birds Star Wars and Angry Birds Space are kind of like the same universe. Probably. I mean, that's what many people said. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think this is kind of true as we see Death Star right there. It's kind of random that it is here. Now, what's inside here? I'm curious. Whoa, whoa, whoa! My goodness! Is this art right here? And wow, what's this? Whoa! It's the super Angry Birds style of the Angry Birds Space short comic. If you remember Super Angry Birds, then you're true legend. It was really good back then. Although I'm kind of, it's kind of unsettling to see these weird humanoid version of the birds. It's really unsettling to look at, but still, it's cool. Little dialogues, and the back as well. It's a really short comic, so nothing to look at here. In fact, these are space birds. Space birds in Earth. Really funny. And here's the big art right here. It's kind of cool. Oof, sorry, my tripod moved. The asteroids. It's like this. Angry Birds Space. No ice bomb though. It's kind of disappointing. There are the space birds and asteroids. Really cool. Here's this big giant helmet. The Heike helmet. And we're on to chapter 8, Starstruck. And the ice bomb right here. The Formula 1 racer? Damn, look at this racer here. And the one wearing the helmet. And here are the concept arts for this. I think these are. Well, these are just racing concept arts. You know, some sort of stickers. This ice bomb right here, and here's the variations of it. Yo, look at the beaks expressions. It has so much expressions here. Really cool. 3-star racer. And inspirational celebrities concept arts. Really cool to look at. And of course the Green Day Piggies. It's some big information. And Hockey Bird. My goodness. The art style of him, I only see this art style, not the others. Not even as a coach. It's really, really nice to see as a coach. I think this is a coach. Coach version of Hockey Bird. And here's this art style. Even at the plane, wow. And meet the flock. Tony Kaisenius. I think that's what you call him. Brief information. That's it. I forgot to mention there's also Freddie Mercury, who is basically Chuck. It's like that. And this is the image on one of the, I think that's one of the commercials that sings like bicycle thing right here. The Slingshot bicycles or bicycle. Red, Freddie Mercury, the 1 2. Oh, there's also another one. The Blues and King Pig. Here is Red in real life, sort of. Wonder if that will be a live action universe movie regarding this. Probably. I'm not sure about that. And we get to see the Chapter 9, introducing Sam Spratt, the guy behind all this art. A foam and pig, really, really detailed birds over there, I think. More arts here. Hal, Bomb, Terrence, and the Blues. Or I mean Jay, because there's no his brothers. Matilda and King Pig. What else it has? Oh, that's it. Sorry I spoiled you the next chapter though. There's also this. Basically the cards version of that. The Blues, we have Bomb, we have Matilda, and there's Chuck. Really long beak, to be honest. And he looks cursed. I don't know if I can see his reddish eyebrows here, the amount of detail it had. Kind of unnoticeable. Oh yeah, that's it. These are all the birds. No reds, no terrans, nothing. All these. Kind of having a hard time putting all these inside. There we go. Sorry if you hear some background noises. As I tell you, I tried my best. But if you still hear it, I'm sorry. As you know, Chapter 9 doesn't have any Meet the Flockers, by the way. I think Sam Spratt already we introduced him, so who needs a Meet the Flocker? And here we have Stella in many variants. Looks really good. I really like this one though. This one looks really cool and hip hop. Hip hop something I don't know. And no way Stella is using one of the hats that is like Willow's hat. But instead it's black and red. Instead of orange and red, I think. And we get to introduce Chapter 10. Hello there, Stella. Classic designs of Stella. And of course, the concept art of that. Many designs of Stella here, and the 8th one is considered as the final one. And for this finalized one, we had so many things to discover here. Angry expression right here. Every single detail, what it has. And meet the flock again. This time is Katie Nohingek. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong again. As always. Did I notice that chapter is kind of short? Because I did not even go through the information. As you know, I don't want to read because it would make the video longer, as you know. By the way, there's also this cardboard for Stella. We had Bubbles and King Pig, now we had Stella as well. Really interesting. And these are the storyboard for the back to school animation, I believe. And here we get to see Chef Pig was the teacher instead of Corporal Pig in the finalized animation. Interesting to notice. And here's Stella. We are on to Chapter 11, Rise of the Bad Piggies. Even its Chinese version as well. I don't speak Chinese. Some concept arts for the blimp. I think that's called a blimp. No, I think that's an airship. And here's the ROS for this contraption breaking apart. It's basically the famous loading screen for the Bad Piggies, if you don't know. Or you would know if you play Bad Piggies, that is. There's King Pig, some other designs. There's some more things to discover. And look at this Foreman Pig. It looks really cute. I really like this design. And many informations you can see. And some concept art as well. Some animation frames, I believe. See, no, this one looks noticeable. The animation frames. And here we see the really nice art, a contraption made by the one and only Mechanic Pig. Piggies on the page. This short little comic. Not a short comic. I forgot that comic exists for that Piggies. I forgot that thing exists. I don't know if that's Ross, but it looks like Ross. The design of these pigs looks really cute. And here's the art. And here we have Meet the Flock. Marcus Chapurainen, I think. That's it for the chapter 11, I think. Is it 11? Yeah, it's 11. Yep, that's the end of chapter 11. So fast. Here we have another art. There's so many arts visible on the every single book pages. You'll get to see so many cool arts with so many details right here. This one is really good. And we're on to chapter 12, Angry Birds 2. King Pig right here. And some informations. Get to see these early sketches over there. And some here as well. And this really nice art. And this one. I don't know what is actually exactly this. It's basically. Oh, now I get it. It's basically put on the doors and the doorknobs. Do not disturb. I'm playing Angry Birds. Yeah, I wish that thing was the thing. Well, it's normally when you want to study, you would actually put these on the doorknobs, I believe. Or something like that. But here it's saying I'm playing Angry Birds. It's really nice. Look at here. Oh, I just put it right here. Kind of difficult. Yeah, it's good. And here we have this. All cool art. Stella and Red. At the tree together. I don't know what's going on. It's like shipping. I'm kind of confused. And here's Chuck, standing alone, doing nothing. And here's this thing right here with Minnie and Pig over there. I don't know if that's a castle or something. No, it's not. Or maybe. Looks like an early version of that. And here we give Meet the Flock. Jane Rovina. That's it for chapter 12, I think. Here we have the Death Star. And here's the X-Wing, TIE Fighters, Star Destroyers. And we're on to chapter 13, May the Flock be with you. A really cool information was written is that throughout 2012, Robbie was working on a top secret project codenamed Black. They already said the code name of that. It's true, the code name of Angry Birds Star Wars is actually Black if you look through the files of the game. The code name for Star Wars 2, I think it was Crimson. Like that, they used color codes. There were also codes for classic seasons, I think. I don't know them. I don't recall them as well. There's the Tatooine. Another Tatooine artwork. And this is an early concept of a TIE fighter, I believe. Looks really ugly, to be honest. And some informations. And more early concepts of the birds right here. You see Slave Leia, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker in different variants, And Princess Leia, right here, she was originally going to be Matilda. It's really interesting to look at. And we have C-3PO. And another C-3PO with, and oh wow, looks really weird. More things to discover. I don't think I see these in the game. There's also another Anish content right here. And here we have another Stella right here. It's really interesting to look at. This whole cool loading screen. Not probably loading screen, it's basically an artwork. And probably the storyboard of the cinematic trailer. Right here. Nothing is present, as you see. It's all empty. See? Nothing here. Completely empty. Here we have Millennium Falcon, or Mighty Falcon as they say. And the AT-ATs. I don't know if that's the AT-AT. I think that is the front side. John Williams. If you don't know who he is, you know, he's a composer of the Star Wars movies. The guy who is behind the music of the Star Wars. In Angry Birds style now. Salah Hakola, the guy who made the Angry Birds Star Wars theme. That's what they say John Williams Angry Birds style. Now Salah Hakola basically replicated it in a way to fit in Angry Birds style. That's what they did. It's really cool. Meet the Flock, Veli Hejari. Right here. And more cool storyboards. I don't know if that's a storyboard, I think these are the artworks. We're on to chapter 14, Slingshot to China. You know, you're the dragon. That's it. Basically, mighty dragon right here. Really detailed design. Another variant, another variant. Really cool to look at. Going on to the next page. Some arts. Probably the storyboard. Not exactly storyboard, it's basically the art. Nothing is present, it's just, well, it's just an art. Scenery. Here's this. And there's the auditorium, I think. Not exactly auditorium, it's like a stage. Sorry. Oh, I can see King Pig right there. And here is the dragon's pig face. Looks really unsettling to look at. Here is this Mooncake Festival artwork, which is really beautiful. Pagodas right here, and I think that's a torii right over there. Waters, a giant moon. Looks really beautiful. And this art for the pigs demolished by the mighty dragon himself. And yeah, that's it. There is no Meet the Flock here, by the way. It's kind of weird. And with that, we're at the final chapter, chapter 15, The Future of Angry Birds. It is mostly describing about the film, the movie they are working on. Due to 2016 it will release. And we all know what exactly the movie was. It was kind of poorly received. They say that Rovio has joined forces with Hollywood producers David Maisel and also John Cohen, who produced the film alongside Mikhail Head. The success of The Angry Birds had led to them thinking about making a movie, and that's what they did, and they released it. It was kind of poorly received, I would say. Sorry if I repeat it again, but still, I would say it's poorly received. Here is Chuck, ready for action, and all plastic stuff right here, and information. And they say, I can tell you now that this is going to be a very, very funny movie with a lot of terrific characters and incredible action. Probably the characters were good, I would say. Not people like it. Some parts were funny, I would say. But yeah, that's it. More informations, and here we have Lord Sailing, Romeo Helsinki. And with that, we have reached to the end of the book. Some acknowledgements, all this stuff. King Pig right over there, and more stickers. More stickers and more stickers. But the last part is this right here. I'm gonna open it and see what's inside. You see it's taped in. So let's do it. Okay, I took the tape off and it's kind of torn right up here, unfortunately. Sorry. But hey, at least this part looks good. Not this part. Now, going here, we get to see this. Piggy Island. Look at that. Incredibly designed. A lot of details. Looks really cool. Really like every single detail it has. And there you have it. The Angry Birds Hatching a Universe book. It's all finished right here. So, my final thoughts on this book. I'd say it's really good. It is really heavy because it is filled with so many cool informations about its success and some artworks, some unused stuff, everything. I actually read the book but did not notice some cool features that it had. Like the pig lanterns that I show, I did not notice. Yeah, like that. I forgot that thing exists. But anyways, this book, I'm really glad that I had it. I read it. It's really good. And I definitely recommend to buy this book. I bought this on eBay. The condition is completely new. And yeah, that's all I have to say. This book is really good. I wish I had many other books like the official Angry Birds guide and stuff like that, even the comics. I wish I had that, but this one is also really good. Anyways, that will wrap up in today's video. Do you own this book? If you do, what is your opinion on this? Do you like it or hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, press the bell for more videos coming soon. And I will see you guys next time. Adios.